Jamaica is regarded as one of the most beautiful places in the Caribbean. Some have even labeled it as a tropical paradise. But amidst the enviable beauty, the country continues to grapple with the ugly problem of violence, an epidemic not only affecting citizen security and public safety, but threatening the country's growth and development. Winrock International is helping to address the problem, with the USAID supporting victims of violence activity through the kind support of the American people.
Hello, on behalf of the American people. Over 60 years, the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, has been a partner with Jamaica in its efforts to promote better, safer, and more prosperous pathways for the development of all Jamaicans. As part of this strong partnership, we launched the USAID Supporting Victims of Violence Activity, SVOV for short, to strengthen the capacity of the government of Jamaica, NGOs, and community-based organizations to focus on violence prevention, service provision to victims, and rehabilitation of perpetrators to help stem the cycle of violence in Jamaica. This SVOV activity was signed in July 2023 with an approximate cost of $9.9 million over a 4-year period, and is a recognition of the U.S. government's commitment to assist the government and people of Jamaica to build safer communities. The activity supports our development objective to prevent youth crime and violence and is aligned with the government of Jamaica's Vision 2030 strategic goal that the Jamaican society is safe, cohesive, and just. We're pleased with our partnership with Winrock International, the implementing partner for SVOV activity.
Winrock International is a nonprofit organization providing solutions to some of the world's most complex challenges. We combine technical expertise with entrepreneurial innovation to improve lives around the globe. Our dedicated teams are implementing more than 100 projects in over 40 countries, including Jamaica. Winrock has 4 core principles. We are results-focused, producing outcomes that transform lives and communities. We are human-centered, listening to the voices of the people that we serve. We are science-based, using the latest data to deliver results, and we are market-driven, creating markets to secure livelihoods and sustain communities. Winrock is happy to partner with USAID and the Jamaican government on the supporting victims of violence activity. We're excited to bring our unique brand of evidence-based solutions and innovative programming to tackle the problem of violence in Jamaica. Not only does this project fit into the important work that Winrock is doing related to human rights and education around the world, but is also a natural extension of our previous efforts in Jamaica, which focused on eliminating child labor and trafficking. Winrock wants to do its part to support victims of violence by strengthening the capacity of the government and other stakeholders to prevent and respond to all forms of violence. We are deeply committed to delivering the best results and improving the lives of Jamaica's citizens.
The USAID Supporting Victims of Violence Activity, SVOV for short, is aimed at improving multi-stakeholder coordination to provide wraparound and trauma-informed services to individuals who experience violence and increase the availability of information on victims, survivors, witnesses, and perpetrators of violence in Jamaica. We want to achieve this in 2 ways. First, we want to expand access to integrated direct services for those who experience violence by improving attitudes and behaviors towards violence and increasing access and demand for trauma-informed services. Second, we want to help strengthen the GOJ and civil society institutional capacity to support victims, witnesses, and perpetrators through coordinated and effective interventions to both address and prevent interpersonal and collective violence. The SVOV activity will focus on survivors, witnesses, and perpetrators between the ages of 10 to 29 in 10 communities in Jamaica. And we're focusing on this target population not only because of their high rates of exposure, but also their potential to disrupt the cycle of violence. The SVOV activity is designed to be community-led and survivor-informed, tailored to the intersectional challenges faced by individuals affected by violence, and to emphasize sustainable solutions by pairing capacity strengthening efforts with direct service provision from established local organizations. And to that end, we have partnered with 2 such organizations, Eve for Life and Rise Life Management Services, who we see as our backbone partners. Rise Life and Eve for Life have a long history of working in vulnerable communities in Jamaica, and have strong technical and logistical capabilities in areas crucial to supporting victims of violence. These organizations will play a central role in achieving SVOV's objectives, and we are so excited to be working with them.
Care, commitment, creativity, and empowerment is what E4Life brings to all our projects. Hi, my name is Shayna Lee, Executive Director of E4Life. With our partners Winrock, we are working in communities with our creative, community-led and survivor-informed initiatives. The E4Life Winrock project will focus on providing trauma-informed care to female survivors to improve coping and life skills. We will mobilize communities and its leaders around the protection of adolescent girls and young women from sexual abuse and commercial sexual exploitation, improving the access for young women and girls to safe, adequate, and multi-sectoral services. The E4Life Winrock project will also focus on strengthening the organization capacity to respond and provide first-line GBV emergency care.
My name is Nadine Chambers-Goss. I am the Executive Director of Rise Life Management Services. We are thrilled at the opportunity to work with Winrock International to implement interventions focused on another national challenge, violence. We will engage residents in several under-resourced communities across the island to build awareness on violence-related issues, to deliver educational enrichment and life skills programs to children of families affected by violence, ensuring that they and their family members have access to psychosocial support. We will also be empowering youth to contribute to violence prevention in their communities by providing youth leadership training and by working with entities such as the National Police Youth Club to ensure amplification of this training. Finally, RISE will also be supporting children in detention facilities, providing sessions that cater to their social and emotional learning, improving the social and economic reintegration of older juveniles as well through the delivery of life skills and work readiness training. RISE is pleased to play a key part to ensure the sustainability of the project beyond its 4 years and will therefore deliver training to community-based organizations to build their capacity to be able to effectively help residents address violence and to support the victims of violence for years to come.
The hardworking SVOV team hopes that the activity will promote a culture of non-violence and respect for human rights within communities, help boost current efforts by the government and civil society to address and deter all forms of violence. And ultimately, we hope that SVOV will contribute to making Jamaica a safer, happier, and healthier place.
We will only achieve our goals through the power of partnerships and will rely on the engagement of all stakeholders in this activity. We thank the American people for their support of Jamaica and our citizens.